development and maintenance of trail systems. And number 3, help communities achieve their own local recreational goals, develop a volunteer base, secure matching grants, and promote events, identify and coordinate resources. So that's what's guiding us. And unfortunately, given that we don't have a professional staff right now, we're kind of rubbing two sticks together. So our budget isn't going to be polished, and so when we put the budget out there, it's real easy for someone to cut it up and look for inconsistencies in that budget. But the bottom line is, do you want to invest in your community in this way? Do you see this as a benefit? 4 years ago, you said you saw it as a benefit, but you weren't sure about the money. So we've tried to do our due diligence, we've done the best we can as volunteers, and we're coming back to you and saying, we need 19 cents to have a basic framework to support this effort going forward. And we think that in the future, looking back, this will be seen as a basic economic building block that helps propel this community forward. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Herb Hart, and I'm one of a handful of people who have some questions about the Mount Adams Parks and Recreation levy. Interesting that you said your budget is on your website. It wasn't there 2 days ago, and their plans have not been there. They want $1.5 million over the next 6 years, $250,000 a year. But they have not, as of the 12th of this month, 2 days ago, when I did another search on their website, they hadn't put their plans on the website, just generalities, but no planning documents, and no budget. 21st of last month, I talked to this gentleman, and I got a 10-line summary of a 6-year budget. That's all that they had released to us, the public, the taxpayers who are supposed to pay this $1.5 million. Well, that was interesting. It told us that they did have plans, and as they said, and as Dana mentioned a minute ago, and as they've said on their voter pamphlet, that these plans were vetted by community leaders. I presume those are the board members, but they didn't share them with the public, us. Why not? Kind of left a big question mark in our minds. Go online or pick up the phone and call Hood River Parks and Recreation or Goldendale. They emailed me immediately a complete budget and complete plans of what was going on. Why? They're a public funded organization. It is called transparency. They're obligated to do this. But MAPARD didn't do it in 2010 when they wanted to get formed as a district. They didn't tell us what their plans were. That's why they didn't get funded. Now they're doing it again. They want $1.5 million, but they won't, or have not until apparently just the last couple days, put those budgets online. I don't know if the plans are there or not. So we're not opposed to Parks and Recreation. We are opposed to a $5.3 million pool. That's what the newspaper said last week, between 3.9 and 5.3 million bucks for it. And if you read the newspaper, this isn't a pool. The word that was used by one of their board members a few days ago at a meeting was the, what's the little German automobile, the little Volkswagen. That the Volkswagen was 4 pools, locker rooms, meeting area. No, that one didn't have the meeting area, but it was only 3.9 mil. The Cadillac was 5.3 million, and it included diving areas and a 4,000 square foot assembly area. I mean, that'd be great in Portland or San Francisco. But for a population of 12,000 people in this district, in the MAPARD, Mount Adams Parks and Recreation District, 12,000 people, $5.3 million for a pool. Hood River's pool loses over $300,000 a year. They pay for 41% of their costs. The rest of it is overrun. You have to pay for that too, from some place and from some government source. So and this is what we've said, the alternative is if MAPARD would drop the unsound pool idea and stick to the youth and senior recreation programs with smaller staff, $98,000 a year is their staff, 10 seconds. Smaller staff, lower administrative costs, then we would support it in 2016 if they will come back and tell us what they want to spend our money for. But forget the pool. That's dreaming. Thank you.
If you have questions, please talk to her or Dana on the side. Please join me in thanking Maria Foley, who kept track of these families. Judge Westfield says apparently there are cookies back there that people have not yet eaten.